Have you ever felt your body is just done with riding in the car or a plane or a train? You're just so sick of being stuck in this position. And arms are probably somewhere here or on your phone looking down if you're a passenger, or here if you're driving. That position is not something we love for hours on end for our brain or our body. And you can find yourself there if you're at your desk and you're on your computer. Our brain turns to mush. Either way, a seated position for too long is not ideal for our brain, body, or heart space. So today I want to show you a simple sequence you can do that will support both your brain and your body in getting out of that place. I call the travel body situation planes, trains, and automobiles syndrome. It's not an official syndrome, of course, but just something I have noticed in myself and the people that I have served through the years. So let's get started. You'll need a mat on the floor, or you could lie in your bed and do this. We're gonna lie. This position inside lying feels kind of like what you were like seated in the car. So we're gonna keep the bottom leg bent, and we support our head with the bottom arm. Straighten the top leg, straighten the top arm. And you might have to adjust your clothing for comfort like I did. Reach out the arm and leg that's on top and just hold them there for a minute. Feel the length and then bring them in. You can touch your elbow or your hand to your thigh and reach. So we're just basically informing our body that we can find length again after being in that sort of crunched up position, right? Oh, no one likes that. And then let's do an isometric. Press hand to thigh, thigh to hand. Hold it for 4 to 6 seconds, not your full effort, 25% or less, and then reach again and feel that length. Then again, press hand to thigh, thigh to hand, and reach. And you could certainly do more of those, but we're gonna go ahead and come up and stretch your legs out in front. So now we're just gonna alternate pointing and flexing. This is gonna nourish the gait reflex, which is important for your gait, your walking pattern. And it's all about automaticity of movement throughout the body and the brain, which we kind of get robbed of when we're traveling or when we're stuck in a chair in any seated position, right? So doing this is a great, easy way to nourish ourselves, get ready to move with ease again. I like to do this even before I get out of the car when I'm traveling. I'm usually the passenger. My husband likes to do the driving, which I don't mind. So I can do things like this. And then go ahead and go to the other side. And we're gonna get into that position that simulates being in the car, and then we're going to stretch and reach out and then come in and touch. Now this particular movement is a great place to acknowledge the stress, the fatigue. Maybe your SI joint's cranky, maybe your neck's cranky. So acknowledge that now, because this movement will help us to move through that on an emotional nervous system level. And then let's stay here, press hand to thigh, thigh to hand, hold, hold, hold. The isometric helps the body to feel safe, the body and the brain, and reach it out. And then one more, press, 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 and reach it out to finish. Then come on up, we're gonna go to all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and we're gonna slide opposite arm and leg, reach it out, press it down first, create that isometric, then lift it up, bring it in and back underneath you. Press it out, press down, you can feel the connection in the core, lift up, bring it down, bring it back in. Again, first diagonal, press down. That isometric, again, is about safety, but it's also about connecting you to your core and finding the anchors of your core, your shoulders and hips, and lift up, bring it down and in, press it down, lift up, bring it down and in. Let's do one more on each side. This is such a great one to do after being seated for too long. And then from here, curl your toes. You may have to reach back and get that 4th and 5th toe curled under, and you're just gonna rock back and forth. Now, you might be able to rock back a little further. I am still healing from a broken tibial plateau. That's the upper shin bone right there by the knee. So I can't go back quite as far yet. I'm working on it, and I can't wait for that. This particular movement is great because it puts rhythm back into the trunk and the spine and the nervous system, which the nervous system loves rhythm, and being stuck in one position doesn't allow for that. But also, it's a precursor to a really important spinal reflex that is also tied to attention and focus. And sometimes when you're just traveling, your brain turns to mush and you don't feel like you have the brain capacity or the focus. And relax. Now from here we're going to come onto our abdomen and reach your arms out, thighs out, and you're looking down on the floor. So you don't want to be lifting your head or dropping your chin to your chest. You're going to lift opposite arm and leg, nice and gentle. And again, here's that cross body movement that's so integrating to our brain and our body, so needed after a static seated position. You can continue with this motion, making sure to wrap your abdominals around to the low back, or you can progress it, stay lifted, and swim back and forth. That Pilates swimming exercise. Really empowering the back body, which is so needed, and relax after being stuck in the car. Okay, one last exercise, and then you're ready to go enjoy wherever you got to at your destination, or enjoy the rest of your day if you run your computer. So you're gonna slide out, lift up, stay here. You're gonna tap the hand to the opposite thigh. I created this movement to combine a brain gym cross crawl and one of my most favorite exercises, bird dog. And lower down, let's switch other diagonal, slide it out, lift, tap under, and reach. And I call this Zen bird dog because it has such great support for the brain as well as the body. And let's go back to the first diagonal, that lift, and let's hold with an isometric, hand to thigh, thigh to hand. It's a little balance work there too, and reach, and bring it underneath you, switch to the other diagonal, press, create your isometric, and reach. Now, of course, you could do a few more of the Zen bird doggy with the isometric, but I want to keep this short so it's accessible and realistic for you. Give it a try. Again, no matter if you were seated at your desk or traveling, it's great for you. This is also great if you're looking to improve the health of your spine and your trunk. So give it a try and let me know how it feels.